Okay, whoops, forgot to turn on the light. Hang on a second. Okay, doesn't improve anything too much. The lighting setup here is not great, but it's an exciting day. Vietnam's just dropped on GeoGuessr fairly recently, today I think. I just noticed it just seeing some of the other streams, so that's exciting. I'm going to jump in and because I'm living in Vietnam, I've spent been living on and off in Vietnam for the past 3 years since I got married to a Vietnamese woman. Unfortunately, my knowledge of Vietnam's not great. We haven't travelled around too much. Basically based in Ho Chi Minh City in District 7, and now that we have a baby, we've rarely left District 7, so I'm excited to try, but I've not got many expectations here. I've looked up, I've got a balanced Vietnam here, 101,000 locations, only 516 plays so far. The average score is 7,931, and to be on the leaderboard, I've just got to get 732, so this is my one opportunity to get on the leaderboard, so I'll jump in and play. I'm excited to try. I don't think I can go 2 full hours in Vietnam. It might get a bit samey and frustrating after a while, but let's see how it goes anyway. Coming in, loading the first location. Oh no. Somewhere remote. An urban Vietnam would be good. So, riding on the right, got a little creek beside. One thing I have noticed just idly about Vietnam is the infrastructure doesn't seem to have like a whole lot of consistency. So a lot of the signage will just vary from place to place, which could be good, but like in Ho Chi Minh City itself, sometimes the crossing sign is red, sometimes blue, mostly blue signage here in Ho Chi Minh City, but the only thing I do know, Taxi Yen Bai, that doesn't ring a bell. How many minutes have I got up here? 5. I do know that the license plates, the structure is that there's a 2 digits initially, which represents the province that the vehicle was registered in. And I'm pretty sure Ho Chi Minh City, or this province, is 51, I'm pretty sure. But in Ho Chi Minh City it's a bit of a toss-up because a lot of people from the north bring their cars with them when they move to Ho Chi Minh City, and so there's a whole mix of province registrations here, so I don't think it's too useful, but if you're in Ho Chi Minh City it's pretty obvious. I have no clue on this. It's just cool to see Vietnam represented here. So, some bananas and things like that. Actually, a lot of fruit is regional as well. A lot of it comes from Dalat. So Dalat's in the mountains and quite cool. So a lot of fruits grown there. Banana plants are everywhere. If you're paying for bananas, I think you're getting ripped off, kind of. A lot of fruit comes from the Mekong River, the delta as well, the basin here. In terms of this, I think it's probably fairly central. I have no vibe at all, but I'll try up here. Okay, it was all the way north. 28 points to start out. That's not going to get me on the leaderboard. This is a absolutely cooked, could be like a crossing or a school zone probably, I guess. Tin Nam 2020. I don't even know the district names, or the province names, so that's kind of difficult. But I think storefronts and things would be pretty useful for Vietnam because normally they have the address. It's kind of useful in Ho Chi Minh City because they have the district number. They say Quan 6 or Quan 5 or whatever. And the actual street, I think, normally. Ha Tin, these are probably districts here. I really need to rope my wife into this because she was a school teacher for 19 years, and in the school holidays she would take tours around Vietnam. So she's travelled a lot in Vietnam. So presumably, and she can speak Vietnamese. So presumably she would do quite well. She's not familiar with the game though. That was Central. 589. Okay. Streak is up to 2. So this is a bigger road here. I have travelled on the major roads on buses and things like that, but it's difficult to see the infrastructure when you're sitting in a bus. But one thing is, the Vietnamese flag is absolutely everywhere. I think it says H8. I'm not sure if the roads are numbered here. I should have done some study ahead of time knowing that Vietnam eventually would drop, but I kind of thought there was more time. I didn't expect it any time within Felix Oss just played this map, GeoGuessr from Vietnam. Native Vietnam or? Yeah. Anch back again. I've got no idea about the vibes at all, other than the north is kind of lush. Oh, hello. I think I've reached the extent of this road here. It's just fun to see Vietnam represented. I have no expectation of doing any good at this. This is mountains, so it could be native. Very nice. Oh, what score did you get? I see the scores are not great so far. This is my one opportunity to get a score on the leaderboard. So that was up here. I even saw on Plonket that is still listed as no coverage. Namibia, when it dropped, they said coverage coming soon, but for Vietnam so far it's got nothing listed, no coverage it says. I kind of get the impression mountainous is north, but also central as well. Ho Chi Minh City is fairly flat. It's like they all seem to be in this area. Pretty high on moving. I think don't think I can sustain this for a 2-hour stream. I was just so keen to get in and have a look. Look at the bollard spam here. So they've got holy poles, but I really think the infrastructure's. So this kind of looks like Ha Long area, not the bay, but this kind of mountains, these kind of mountains. So where will I go? I'll go outside Hai Phong here. Okay, that's not too bad. I've been to Khao Bang. It's one of the worst experiences of my life. I went there because I thought it would be cool to go to a border town. See what that's about. It was just dry and dusty and pretty unfriendly, to be fair. So let's see. Made it. 14th. GeoNoob. Should screenshot that. It's the only time I'm going to be on a leaderboard. So the average score was 7995 and I got half that. It'd be good to try and get up to 79. It'd be good to see some city locations as well. Rice, obviously. I'm not exactly sure what rice regions there are, probably quite a lot. I know in the north, where my wife was, or her hometown, is rice growing. But it's like terraced, it's not growing on the ground like this, it's quite a mountainous area. Unfortunately, I haven't been yet. I'm keen to go, but it's a bit difficult at the moment with a small baby. And this is just a short region here. Actually, it'd be interesting to see what the coverage was. I didn't actually look to see. I'm gonna guess this is centralish, central north. I've got no ideas. Kind of embarrassing. I had a great, oh gosh. It's all the way north as well. Why don't you fast move? Yeah, that's a good question. When I fast move, my screen doesn't refresh quickly. So it's kind of easy to miss stuff. Not. So H5. I should probably be looking at these bollards and try and work something out from there. These red and white striped poles, pretty ubiquitous. It's a bus stop sign. That's a cool one. It's got 4 square windows and then the driver's window is a long one. Very cool. Actually, I haven't noticed too many restaurants. I think this is a hairdresser. So whenever a new store opens up in our district or nearby our house, there's like one of 3 options. It's going to be a convenience store. Here's rice. Here quay, which is roasted pork. It's very good. It's either a convenience store, a hairdresser, barber, or a coffee shop. Every second shop is a coffee shop. Not sure what he's hauling there. This is like very typical local market. So you've got chickens, live chickens, often live frogs and fish as well. Whoops, I didn't mean to click that. Just enjoying looking at the market here. I'm not allowed to shop at the market. Or if my wife's shopping at the market, I've got to hide. Otherwise she'll get a tax, a foreigner tax. Allegedly, I don't know if that's true. There's been some things online with foreigners paying a foreigner tax. So durian, which is kind of coming to the end of the season now. So we've kind of been gorging ourselves on durian at the moment. Don't have a durian specific store here, but a lot of bananas. Which bananas grow in the Mekong Delta, but also in the north, central or something, I think. Of course, a lot of buffalo, petrol stations and places to service the motorbikes. This looks like a bigger town. It's probably a school, I think. I've got no view on this one. Go a little bit north here. It's not really mountainous, maybe I shouldn't do that. How far north am I? Here. I'll go here. West of Tan Hoa. Oh my gosh. Just got no res. Dry and dusty. I don't think we've seen the river yet. There's also islands that are considerations as well. Nothing coastal yet either. So here's the H9. Just don't know what that's referring to, whether it's a road number or a distance to somewhere. I wonder if I could convince my wife at some stage to give it a go. That would be cool. I kind of wonder how well she'd do. Because with these, she could obviously read everything, which would be a great help. She's got a fairly good knowledge of localities in Vietnam, but mostly like tourist localities. So I'm not sure. I reckon a dry region up north here. God. Let's check out this location. QL15. Bentat. She's looking after the baby. The baby's napping at the moment, so I can't really disturb her. 166. Doing great things for my streak though. Got a streak of 8. Here's a bigger place. Here we go. Probably the phone numbers. They're mobile phone numbers, so that's not too much help. I cringe every time someone makes me wear a hat like that. It's like a kind of touristy thing to do, but I mean, a lot of Vietnamese do it as a touristy thing as well, and then a lot of Vietnamese just wear them as a practical thing. I've got no hair, so it's kind of scratchy on my head. This is very typical. There's like these windy back street neighbourhoods. Even in Ho Chi Minh City and nearby the centre, you just get these twisty, maze-like little neighbourhoods. You wouldn't know you're in, a major city. It's a chest of drawers. I don't know. I'm just gonna plonk. It's just nice to see everything. Oh, that was actually Hai Phong, nearby. On an island. Oh my gosh. I did not get an island vibe there. I should have travelled around a bit more. I'm kind of scattershot at the moment. What beer are they drinking? Saigon beer. So actually, I've got a friend from the north, and his family homebrews, they call it whiskey or wine. It's like rocket fuel, but it's pretty good. It's herb infused. And it's not actually super high alcohol. It's pretty high alcohol, but probably like 20-25% or something like that. So it's pretty smooth. But the drinking culture in Vietnam, no. It's like men only, and just shots. You can't casually enjoy a beer. You've got to shot whiskey. It always ends in disaster. So that's rice, more rice, a lot of rice. There's good rice too, a lot of it. So this is just like a huge rice growing area. 3 on the bike. That's very cool. Looks like they're collecting some rice. Got white flowers beside that. Estonian white flowers. Also the pith helmet for men is pretty common. Look, they've got a water tank on the back of the bike. It's amazing what you can get on the back of a bike. Guess up here. That's Laos. Don't guess in Laos. End my streak. Maybe a little further north. No. South of Hanoi. 1,000 points. Did worse than last time. Well, I'd like to get kind of close on one round. Would be nice. It's a DIY bamboo utility pole. It's very cool. I don't know about landline phones actually. Come to think of it, I haven't seen a landline phone. So we've got Sondong, Kim Suen, Vinh Yen, Yen Nia. I do not know any of those. I'm not going to scan. Here's a cool truck. Looks like a construction truck. Zong, how you doing? Sorry about the pronunciation. I know the D is like a z sound. Like a goat. The goat restaurant Z. Here's a hair salon. This looks like sugarcane. Surely it's not sugarcane. Oh, actually, it could be. Because it's interesting, I never thought about it before. Because on the street you can get fresh squeezed cane juice. Didn't occur to me that it's actually grown in Vietnam. A lot of bananas. I'm not sure, he's probably cropping bananas, but for men in Vietnam, everywhere is a public toilet. It's like you see someone stop beside the road and take a whiz. I'm not too comfortable with that. There's just always someone watching. I feel a little awkward. Rice again. Maybe I should try. There's no chance here. Try Vietnam. I'll go south of Hanoi again, where the last round was. Okay, it was slightly north. Can't quite pin it down. Juices, very popular. A lot of people love the Vietnamese coffee, but I'm not keen on the amount of sugar in there. So I do sometimes get it, but without the sugar and without the milk, the condensed milk. It's basically just like coffee syrup. It's a concrete road here. This looks very tropical. Here we go. Not too sure. Look at this. Got a playground here. Is it? It's mostly exercise equipment, I think. That's kind of one surprise for my wife when she went to Australia is the lack of public exercise equipment. In Vietnam, there's public exercise equipment everywhere, or a lot of places, especially like apartment complexes will have public exercise equipment, and in the parks and things, but it's kind of rare in Australia. So I think a lot of this is very samey, and I keep trying to guess in Laos. Hopeless. Absolutely hopeless. More sugarcane. Okay, I'm just going to go on the sugarcane matter, which was kind of here, I think. Nope. Right the way south. It'd be good to see like a few Phu Quoc grounds. Which I love Phu Quoc. Although last time I was there, it was absolutely hammering down. It was the wet season. I kind of hadn't taken that into account. And so I kind of just had to stay indoors and drink beer most of the time. I'm sure there'll be a lot of smoke coverage as well, because public burning is a bit of a problem. Which is why the air quality is sometimes a bit, or not a bit, very shocking. Quite bad. I think Hanoi is the worst air quality in Vietnam, so maybe this is nearby there. Okay, it was all the way west. Disappointing. Okay. I don't know how long I can keep up to making terrible guesses in Vietnam. Just running through my head is how to... That's an interesting sign, I haven't seen that before. This bollard has a yellow strip on it, which is kind of interesting. The risk of collision, I guess. I feel like that's always the case in Vietnam. Buntit Cho. I'm not familiar with... I'm familiar with Buntit Buntit Nung, H6, 168. I wonder if H is for Hue. So if we were 168 away from Hue, how far is this? It's like I forget, 1,000 kilometers or something from Ho Chi Minh to Hanoi. So we'd probably a little further. Nope. That theory's been shot down. Diddy Mao. Hoi Paul, how's it going? 3,490. Is that an improvement? I forget what my previous best was. 3,815. It'd be good to get, 5,000. Anything above 5,000 would be nice. Okay, this is Dusty. My impression of Dusty was in the north, but I don't know that to be the fact. This is the H4. So last time we had H6. Had H8. H6 was all the way north, so maybe that's... I'll go nearby Khao Bang again. In the west. Dusty again. And... cows in the street. That's interesting. That's one strange thing with... strange to me. Unfamiliar thing. It's like beef with skin on. So when you eat the beef, it's got the skin on because of the collagen, I guess. It's not my favourite thing. So I tend to avoid that. Just like pork skin's delicious. Cow skin, less so. Venophone, that's my carrier. Proudly a Venophone user while in Vietnam. Oh, man, if I knew how to block someone on YouTube, I'd do that. But I don't know how. But kind of sad to see some racist comments there. Should probably work out how to manage YouTube. Twitch is much easier. It's very good. Let's see here. Sorry, just try and work out YouTube. Why is it so stupid to use YouTube? Very vexing. Live control room, yes. Why do they call it a control room if you can't manage anything in there? Oh well, not to worry. Work it out some other day. Anyway, this round's been going 30 seconds. I've got fish. I think this is like a fish pond. Henquan. Not familiar. I don't get the impression fish farm in the south. I haven't actually had anything really all the way south. Why are all the rounds up here? Or central. It's the H8. Hopefully this is up here. That one's all the way south. I do not get it. 3 points. Now I've got the fish farms again. All the way south. In the Mekong Delta. Nearby the Mekong Delta, surely. Canter. All the way north. What a humiliating experience. It's got pawpaws. H4. which was last time was all the way over here. Oh, I clicked in Laos. That's not convenient. Lost my streak at 15 or something. Maybe I'll try a different map. So I think there's AI Gen Vietnam. Or urban. Is it urban? Balanced. What is just Vietnam? Vietnam here. 100,000. I don't think that can be very well. Official coverage, single country. I might try the AI Gen Vietnam. Okay, play this one from Pingus. I think it's going to be much of the same. It's like the I love the banners that they do. They had 50th anniversary celebrations, Liberation Day celebrations recently, and they did up some really lovely banners. This is interesting. So we've got Germany, Canada, Australia, Korea, Japan. What's this one? I'm not too sure. Not sure what it's referring to. Is Bang Me. It's the first Bang Me I've found. Looks like they've finished up for the day. I like Bang Me Tit Nung. Tit Noi. Tit Noi. It's my favourite. This is the Vietnamese ham pate. Pickles. Probably some coriander. Maggi seasoning or Maggi seasoning. It's pork pate too, which is kind of different to it. Normally chicken pate is the thing, but you get pork pate. The best chain, tapioca starch factory. Where would they have a tapioca starch factory? The best banh mi chain, it's not a big chain, it's maybe 5 restaurants, or 5 outlets in Ho Chi Minh City is Banh Mi Tuan Mat. It's pretty much perfect. It's just a good balance of all the different things. A lot of times it's just a lack of balance. Put too much meat on and it just throws the balance out. Not enough pickles, too much pate, and not enough mayonnaise. I'm going to guess this is north. A lot of rice. I didn't actually realise how much rice growing there was. That's like my best score, 2,800, 104 kilometres away. So this is probably Dalat area. I don't know. Let's try that. Pretty good, 161. I'm improving. And until here. Be so useful. I've squandered my time here. I haven't learned any Vietnamese. H8 again. I have no idea what that refers to. 109 kilometres. View the results. 9,246. So other than this, let's view the breakdown there. 2 was 18 points. 1 was not great. It's here. Seems like a lot of the rounds are clustered around Hanoi though. Did I make it? I didn't. Got to get 13.5 to get the list here. I don't think I'm going to be able to get 13.5. So, especially in the jungle here, coconuts also very... I have no idea how anyone makes a profit on coconuts. A bicycle guy. This kind of looks... do you know what to make of this? Deep in the jungle here. That's cool. Like a little German Shepherd guarding everything. So what's the situation here? I do not know. Is it some government complex or something? Thought maybe it was some touristy area, but I'm not too sure. Did I follow the coconuts last time? I think so. Something going on here. I'm stumped as to what this would be about. Beer LaRue. My impression is that the most popular beer here is Tiger beer, and maybe equal with Heineken. But the local beers are actually really good in Saigon. I can't remember any of the others, but it's cool. Little kid got to see the Google car come down this surely very unpopulated road. I'm not actually sure if it's a Google car or a Google motorbike some of these occasions, because cars in Vietnam are a bit of a hassle. Looks like Coconut Town. I'm not too sure. It's kind of jungly. I'll go nearby Da Nang. No. That was actually the Mekong River Delta. Maybe that's coconut territory. This looks hilly. I'm going to go north again. Okay, that was good. 116 kilometres. That's about as good as I can do. I'm going to say this is also north, nearby the Lao border. 81 kilometres. I don't think I'm getting better, I'm just getting luckier with the plonks. This is completely flat, so surely that's south. Ho Chi Minh City is very flat. And waterlogged 80 kilometres. Just having a quick look there. I was nearly on that road a few weeks ago. Had to cross over the border to Bavette to refresh my visa after 6 months, every 6 months. So this is jungly and I guess kind of flat. So maybe that's all the way down here as well. Not quite. 9448. One more game and then I'm going to switch to like a generalised map, which may have Vietnam on it. PLU. I'm not sure what PLU stands for. It seems like it would be a town or something. Phan Thiet. I haven't been there yet. There's talk of going. It's like a beach resort place. I spent my honeymoon in Vung Tau, which is fine. A lot of trash in the ocean, unfortunately. It's just so creepy swimming in the ocean when there's plastic bags and things around you. I'm sure they're clean because they've been washed, but it's just so unpleasant. Oh my gosh, that was... Obviously I'm not getting it. This is in a city, or in a town anyway. Kind of stuck. The Google Maps in Ho Chi Minh City, I think it has led me astray, or in Vietnam generally, but Ho Chi Minh City because there's a high density of streets and things like that. It has led me astray on occasions. This might be nearby Ho Chi Minh City. Let's try on the outskirts. No, there's Hanoi. Okay, I don't know how to tell the difference between them. This is going to be my worst round yet. Flat and dusty. I'm going north, west, all the way south. Chicken. Okay, there's a chicken meta. Sort of stray chickens everywhere. Like a... Oh, that's a bull. I thought it was a chubby tiger, but no. The poles are different again. I'm not sure if that's regional or they just mix them all up. A lot of the infrastructure just seems to be mixed up. All over the place. I'll go here. Okay, that wasn't too bad. That kind of looked familiar. Kind of regionally. And then this will be... Well, that's a tiny little holy pole. Very cute. Small mountain streams here. Gonna have to go north. Not all the way north. So that was a shocking game. 5,213. Okay, that was the first look at Vietnam. A lot of fun. Hopefully I can rope my wife into doing some guessing. I didn't sleep the last 2 days because I guess they've got no noise restriction laws in Vietnam, and there's a construction site just outside the window here where they're building a new apartment complex, and they were using like a I don't know, a banging machine. They were using a banging machine all night. Woke up at 1 a.m. to give the baby some food, and then just couldn't get back to sleep because of the constant banging. Very annoying. And that's the last 2 nights, so I had about 6 hours of sleep the last 2 nights. It's Friday night, surely they'd give it a rest. But I think they're in a hurry to build the thing. I'm going to try an official world now. See how I go at this. So if I get... This is Peru probably. Pare, that fits. It's a dry part of Peru, which is a lot of it. LA, Florida. Florida in Peru. I'm not familiar with it. Is it La Florida? Maybe. Iquitos. La Florida, maybe. Nazca. Lima. Probably get a road number here, that would be helpful. What's this? Across the street here. Oops, I've missed it. Prohibito. What are they prohibiting? Swimming and diving. Turbulent water, I guess, and dangerous. Is there a river back there? Difficult to see. Let's check here. New Imperial. None of that rings any bells. South there's kind of like a little ridge of a mountain. I wonder who's working on the Plonket guide for Vietnam. I feel like it's going to be a bit of a task. I don't see it, I guess somewhere around here. That was not great. 267 kilometres. 4,000, what do I need? About pretty high fours. This is Turkey. Is there water anywhere? There could be water out here. It's difficult to say. I think there's a river there. Possibly. Looks like an edge of a town here, or a city to the south. It's a windy kind of road here. The bollards in Turkey are a blessing. Scattered towns. Again, I don't have any vibe on Turkey. Regions. Other than green is kind of like, where do they put Turkey? It's green up the top here. I kind of think hilly towards the east. Ugh, that was kind of pretty close to Istanbul. So 657 kilometres, got to improve on that. I've got a streak of 17. Hopefully I get a country wrong soon, so that it resets my country streak, because that Vietnam, other than that one click in Laos, which was baffling, kind of inflated my country streak. This could be a miss for me. It's Italy, is it? Did not get that impression. Just going to check out the Italian, or Albania I guess, but I think it's probably Italy. So just like long-legged man. I'm trying to learn the crossings, but it's a bit difficult. It just doesn't stick in my head. Yeah, that looks to be Italian. Volksbank. Kind of sounds German. I had a regional, like a kind of like a mountain path in Italy the other day. Why does it say Strasse? It must be border, surely. Border with Austria. Or this could be Austria. It's a real mix of Italian and German by the looks. So the mountains are kind of east. I should go in here. How big are these mountains? Probably a bit too big. It's probably... I guess it's probably Austria. Nearby Italy. It must be on the border here somewhere. What am I going to do? I'll go there. And it was Italy. Darn. Difficult to tell. I thought the cars might travel more than the language, but Brunico, Brunic. There's a pizzeria I didn't see. That's a shame. Via Marco Polo. 4,000 points. Now I've lost my streak. Okay, so I've got my... Now on a proper streak count. I feel like this is going to be a miss for my streak because I do not know where we are here. Europe, I'd guess. I'm not sure what vibe these mountains give me. Kind of like rolling hills. Bolivia-esque. There's an unblurred plate, but I can't. This arrow is kind of annoying me. Is that CH for Czechia on the car there? What else would Czechia have? If there was a bollard, I could work it out, definitely. Some language. I think I should go downhill, actually. Oh, I can't. Okay, let's just go wherever I can go. Yeah, surely I can. There's 2 blue strips too. Am I hallucinating blue strips? No. I'm not. This is Italy again. I wonder why I had CH on the car there. It's the rolling hills in Italy. What have we got here? So this is the long-legged guy again. Okay, so definitely Italy. Pleur. St. Martin something? Oh wow, that's a huge mountain. So I guess we're all the way in the north again here. Where's Pleur? Or St. Martin something? Could it be Como? Is that Mount Como? I'm pretty sure there's a mountain there, right? I thought there was. I'm not entirely sure where it is, but maybe around here. So I guess near Como, and it's pretty much the same area as last time, I think. Kastelberg Rotund. Egghoff? I wish I'd seen Egghoff, not to worry. So was St. Martin around here? Difficult to say. I don't think so. That was a shame. 4,620, at least got a country streak of 1. It's a white centre lines. Oh yeah, I had a rural mountain small road the other day with pines all around that I screwed up, which turned out to be Italy, which in retrospect I was really kicking myself over it. The pines in Italy seem to be like a thing. I know pines are everywhere, but there's something distinctive, I think, looking about it. Italian pines. I don't know if that's a real thing or just in my head, but at the time I was pretty annoyed I didn't guess on Italy, even though it was like a really nothing else to it. No signs or bollards or anything. Even road lines. So I don't know about here. It's kind of a lot of nothing going on. Probably South Africa, question mark. It'd be good to know if we're driving left or right. Can I tell? I think we're driving this direction to the left. Maybe nearby Lesotho. North of Lesotho. Here. It was south. Okay. I switched off a better guess, but 3,500. At least the vibe was okay. 20k to start off with on the an official world, so that's okay. I'm seeking kind of high 24s, I think, or mid 24s. So I've got Cyrillic here. I've seen this sign before. I can't remember what. It's probably Russia, I guess. I guess it's children playing or children running, but it looks like children fighting. So, communist, probably block of flats by the looks. Potentially condemned now. Actually, I wonder if this is, let's check the plates. I thought it might have been Kyrgyzstan or something. Still could be like Kazakhstan. Unclear. It's a washing day in a couple of these apartments. It doesn't look like the most prosperous place. Let's check the playground. Actually looks pretty good, I think. It's got a single swing, which is a bit sad. A lot of blonde kids. Interesting. Got a sand pit, which I think is becoming less and less common for playgrounds. That's pretty decent, I think. I'd give that a little kid with the hat. I like that. Sun awareness, sun smart. That's okay. 7 points. 7 out of 10 for that playground. This is Russia, I think, with the BL. I thought it was pronounced blat, like bilyat, but it's not. It's pronounced something else. I was trying to work out Cyrillic pronunciations. It's a work in progress. It's kind of complicated. But that's a cool old bus. That's amazing. Great colour scheme too. So in terms of where we are here, I'm not too sure. Actually, I think that steering wheel's on the wrong side of the vehicle. Is that right? Yeah, I think this is probably all the way east. Like over here. Bam! Oh my god. Still 629 kilometers away. That's disastrous. It's such a good region guess. It's still miles and miles and miles away. Always got to check what side the car they're driving on, or the steering wheel's on. Okay, so they've got a boat laid up here, so it's probably somewhere nearby the water. They're tiling the roof. That's a work in progress by the looks. This does have like a old fishing village vibe, I think. I thought the US, but I'm not too sure. What are they selling? Seafood? Hos Os. This is like Denmark or Norway. It's Norway. Which way is the water? The weather seems quite pleasant. People are wearing shirt sleeves and jorts and the like. Very patriotic place. On edge, Frisor. The E18 is that way. Okay, this is kind of helpful. The E18 probably stretches the whole extent of the country, but I guess we're somewhere here without exactly knowing where the water is. How far does the E18 go? Absolutely miles. Does it end up here? So the E18 still going. It goes through Oslo. Don't think this is Oslo. And what else? Maybe it terminates in Oslo, but I think it's down here somewhere. This would be an occasion when InfoCare, we make technology work. This is an occasion where knowing where the water is would be kind of handy. It's not that way. I'm sure the water's nearby here somewhere. Who cares? I'm just going to drop it somewhere here. Nearby the E18. How far does the E18 go? Miles and miles. I get a get the impression it's probably south somewhere here. Some. Oh, it was a bigger place than I thought. Lewisand. 20 kilometres though, that's not too bad. Pretty happy with that. Extended my streak to 4. Things are looking up. So this is probably... kind of interesting. Lord, how you doing? Thanks for the follow. Just trying to work out if this is Albania or Kyrgyzstan. I'm sure it's one or the other with the red on the plate there. It's probably Kyrgyzstan. Where are the mountains? You'd think there'd be mountains though. Maybe it's Albania. I'm inclined to think Albania on account of no mountains, and I think they're growing olives here. It's kind of Mediterranean. Somewhere flat in Albania. A little language would encourage me a bit more. These are olives, I'm pretty sure. Surely they don't have those in Kyrgyzstan. Albania is nice and small, so it should be good points. Kind of dry. Could be all the way north or all the way south, or I'll go central here. It was Tunisia. Lost my streak of 4. That's annoying. Kind of was pretty confident with Albania there. I wonder about... I should have travelled a bit further. I was a bit lazy. It's got stone fences here, cabbage palms, and grass roofs with a little granny flat there. It's got its own water tank and everything. There's a potential Airbnb there. Very cool. I think go downhill. I'm not sure about these rock walls. Cayo Saban. So Spanish speaking, unless it's could be Portuguese. Alto. It's probably Mexico, I guess. Although I didn't actually establish. I know Mexico is Alto, and so is Guatemala. I don't think this is Guatemala. But I wasn't sure about Panama, whether they use Alto or Pare. Kind of difficult to know, because I haven't researched it. So I think with the pole there was like a octagonal pole or whatever. So I think it's probably Mexico, and especially this car here. Whereabouts those might be actually nearby Yucatan. I'll try that. What's this? This is round 4 of 5. It's not a record-breaking round, so I'll go somewhere here. Campeche. Okay, wow, that was nice vibes. I should have actually gone Yucatan. That would have been better. Not to worry. What was it? Jose Maria Morales off the 184. A nice grid pattern, I like that. What was this? Taller Demotos piston racing. I did not expect to see that. And a pizza restaurant. Quite a nice town by the looks of it. I didn't get that impression. So here, the road's a bit patchy. What are these? I couldn't actually tell you offhand what these are. Goats, I think. These are like ibex. Not exactly, but I guess this is Russia or Ukraine. Is the road quality bad, or is it just not great? Difficult to say. Let's check the crossing. Crossing's good for either. Kind of leaning towards Ukraine here. No, I think it's got the BL again, which is specifically Russia. I hope I'm not making that up. It's kind of wet, reddish soil. I don't really have a vibe on that. Russia's kind of difficult. I was so pleased before just to get kind of the right region in Russia. It was 630 kilometers away. Outrageous. Another old army truck. I'm gonna go kind of close to Ukraine here. Don't know why. Oh, maybe down here. Let's give that a shot. Oh my gosh. 4,164 kilometers away. Yikes. Country streak of 2. So, here we go. Got the yellow top bollard. I'm not familiar with that. Probably Ecuador. It's got some weird bollards. It's Peru. Okay. I wasn't familiar with these yellow top bollards. I always say I'm not familiar with things. I've probably seen them a dozen times before. I'm just not registered. But the poles are definitely for Peru. Very deserty, but then down here in the valley, it's really green. Just going to have to make a plonk here in Peru, which is here. It's the Cuzco area. Okay, north of Cuzco. I want to see like a little town in the valleys, something here. Oh my gosh, it was quite dry with patches of green. An archaeological site there. Cerro Magia, not familiar with it. I wonder how many archaeological sites there are in South America still waiting to be discovered. Brazil especially. I think they've done some like, I forget, Doppler radar or something in the jungles and found massive abandoned cities in the jungle. Covered up completely. This is probably Senegal, I guess. Going north-south. I did see a pole like this in Nigeria before, which is kind of disconcerting. I think this should be Senegal though. Should I check what side we're driving on? Possibly. Could be set up for left-hand drive depending on what this sign was supposed to be. There's a little bit of language on there, but I think this is set up for right-hand drive. Is that a K? D-I-O-S-M-O-N-E? Diosmone. Maybe, I think this should be Senegal. That's not the right continent. Which is the right continent? Here we go. Completely lost. Should be north of the Gambia, I think. Daro Mousty. Mousty, sorry. I thought it said mousy. Mousy? Like mouse. Cam. Should be somewhere kind of that region. Soil's kind of red, which I think's out here. How far out here? I'm not too sure. Surely not this far out. So somewhere around here. Should I do some more investigation? Probably. But I'm not going to. I'm just going to drop it there. Okay. Was the road not north-south? It was. It's just a smaller road. Okay. Not precisely north-south, but it was 106 kilometres away. And now we've got Arabic, which we've already established is not my specialty. So no red on the plate, so I'm going to rule out Algeria. Driving right. Doesn't tell me too much. This taxi, which I don't know, it's probably typical, but I don't know of it. A lot of white buildings, kind of like Tunisia, but I don't think it is. There's Bart Simpson and Mickey Mouse. 2 copyright infringements in one sign. Brilliant. Some negotiations going on over there. Ooh, interesting. It's like a minaret. So, what would that mean? Is it Jordan? I'm not too sure. I feel like I'm going to screw this one up. I'm going to drop it in Jordan somewhere. It was. Wow. Probably could have hunted down a town name there, but 92 kilometres is not great, I guess, in Jordan. It's a small place. I'm just pleased I got Jordan there. So pleased I spat a little bit. This could be red, like Italy. It's these red reflectors on the barrier. I'm not sure I've forgotten what we call those. It's like a Botswana pole. I'm not sure about. Ooh, interesting. That bollard's a bit curious. It's a chubby white with a red reflector. Let's check this bollard, it's probably more reliable. I don't think that's Italy. It's not Italy. What is it? It's not one I've come across recently, I'm pretty sure. So what are my options here? It's probably Montenegro and North Macedonia. Don't know about that flag, it's seen better days. It's a cool little house here though. A beautiful view. Out the front, kind of precarious. I'm surprised they don't get a car through their living room at some point. It's kind of mountainous. I feel like that bollard's North Macedonia or Montenegro. There's no blue strip there. I don't know about either of those for Europe. I'm going to have to recheck the bollard chart in a minute. Ooh, there's, okay, Cyrillic. So that kind of helps out a little bit. Hungarian bollard? Not too sure. Slovakia. Don't really know either of those bollards. Serbia. Serbia's got the reflector to the side, a long one, so it's not there. It's not Hungary, because they don't have Cyrillic. Not Romania. Not Poland. Not Austria. Not Slovenia. Oh, okay, it could be... Was that Greek? Hang on, let me check, Ange. Yeah, okay. Good call out there. Is that a Greek bollard? I haven't really seen a Greek bollard before. Oh, hello. Fruits and vegetables for sale. And some plants. I'm not too sure what they are. I don't think they're fruiting plants. They look like ornamentals or something like that. Just try and... wait, what's this say? I think this should be mainland, right? But it's quite... oh, I thought it was a sign, but it's actually just a monument. What do you call that? This doesn't remind me of Greece, though. Oh, blue and white flag. It was in tatters, but yeah. Now that you mention all yellow road lines, I know in... here we go. There's the ocean, very blue to the east. Let's have a look. It could be an island. Ooh, and I'm running out of time. It's probably down here. I need some hills and things. Yeah, kind of like this. Windy road somewhere. Oh my gosh, it was a lot further north. 240 kilometres. Well, that's on me, but it would have been a lot worse. I was going to go North Macedonia or something. I don't know. I was looking maybe Bulgaria. If you hadn't called out the Greece there, that would have been a disaster. I just want to check this bollards. Greece didn't stick in my head. So let's have a look here. Albania, Netherlands, Greece. So it is a square reflector. Are there any other squares? Russia's fairly typical. It's UK. Turkey's obvious. I think it's the only one. Okay, try and remember that. I kind of had trouble with Belgium and Denmark the other day. I'm getting better at Belgium vibes. So under the overpass, the weather's not great. Oh, seems okay. What's... maybe camera blur. Interendinos, riding on the right. Yellow reflectors, which could be Spain. Someone's having a barbecue or burning off trash. There's a trash can there. And rearrange my dampening blanket. Kilometre 75, R78. So I do know the Spanish bollard, so if we saw that, but I don't think we're going to get it. I've already, like, Evergreen. That was the company whose ship got stuck in the canal. 2020, I think it was. Hornitos El Acampeo. It's got breakfast, lunch, empanadas, and sandwich, I guess. Only San George. I don't know San George. Probably beer, I guess. The next exit is Melipilla or Pomere. I have to think this is probably Spain. And I've forgotten that road number, so that's kind of disconcerting. There's mountains west. Just give me that road number again. I'm not going back. I'll be damned if I go back. The speed limit's 120. Divided road going east-west. It's quite a major road. Maybe I should keep looking. I need that road number. SOS phone, that's no use. East-west, heading towards the mountains. San George is really popular here. Appears to be... what? San George and Coca-Cola. A great mixer. There's a lot of actual, that evergreen truck and a whole bunch of other trucks, so it's probably hemisphere check. Sun's directly north. Southern hemisphere. Is it directly north or it's just high in the sky? I think it's north. I got kind of tied up with those yellow reflectors, you're right. This bus doesn't look familiar. I've only got 30 seconds left, I'm going to screw this up. It's got an overpass here. Kind of like Panama. R78, kilometre 76. I'm going to go Spain. This is probably... I acknowledge that's probably a bad guess now. I want to check out that bus stop. Yikes! Concrete roads in Spain. Okay, that's a fair call. Didn't have full focus there. It was like miles away. I'll try and lock in. So the rumble strips here are quite severe. I've seen that before, but I don't exactly recall where. What's this? It's Pandaria, so it's a bread shop or bakery. Looks like red text on that number plate. Yellow centre lines with a white dash in the middle. Check out this bus stop. That's a wee one. All brick and concrete. Oh, and some metal poles, I think. It's good that they've extended the seat around the corner, but anyone sitting here and here, they're going to touch knees, which is a bit of an awkward social moment. Other than that, there's no bin. There could be a plinth for a bin here. No timetable, nothing else. Just this window at the back here. I don't know, it's cute. I give it 7, even though it's not super functional. I think that's it's a chubby Mexico area, maybe. Got hexagonal poles, I think. What's with men doing negotiations through car windows on the side of the road? It's kind of unnerving. Kind of already convinced myself of Mexico here. I think that's probably a bad idea. Go back. I think that was actually like a Uruguayan pole. It is. I'm going to backpedal on that Mexico thought and go for Uruguay. Uruguay is quite small, so kind of see a Tres Hermanos. It's like a butcher's, I guess. Three hermanos would be brothers. I'm not sure about hermandos. And here's the same, at least hang on. This one's a different shape. This is much better. That's very cool. I haven't seen that before. Like a wave with the seat absolutely maximised. That one's better. I'll give that 8. Even though they're not very functional. But they've got places to sit, so that's good. In terms of where we are, I don't know. It's very flat. Other than I know we're in Uruguay, which is a different continent over here. Go just north. There's Florida. Pintado. It's kind of like a major-ish road. So these rumple strips here with the very raised concrete. I've got to try and remember that. It's probably Uruguay. Oh wow, it's all the way on the border. I didn't get that impression. Isidoro Noblia. 287 kilometers, that's about as bad as you can get in Uruguay. This is Bolivia. Probably La Paz. I'm just going to plonk it there. Oh no. What the heck? Are they Bolivian tourists? I'm so surprised. I guess I got the vibe wrong with the clothing there. Mattresses for sale. So sad. So sad. 1,336 kilometers away. I blame lack of sleep. 6 hours sleep in the past couple of days. I mean, I could be napping now, but this is more important. A nice picket fence. You don't often see that. Looks like the whole family's turned out to see the Google car. That's my dream for my young daughter. Show her the Google car. Something to aspire to. Looks like someone's selling clothing out of the back of their car. It's very industrious. Unless they're just friends swapping clothes. This looks like an actual setup. Clothes shop setup. I thought kind of struggling with Indonesia, Malaysia again. Yellow centre line. Surely this is Indonesia. Are they riding on the right or the left? This road is not concrete. I'd like to see someone driving professionally. Kind of set up for the right here. Here we go. What about this person? I've lost them. Brilliant. Just want to see little piggies here. Goats, I think. Tiny little goats. Very cute. They're probably being fattened up for the table, unfortunately, but very cute in the meantime. I don't know enough about Malaysia and Indonesia. I'm pretty sure this is Indonesia. I'm just going to drop it there. It was Sulawesi. I do struggle with Sulawesi. Sometimes I get it right and sometimes I get it wrong. It seems very lush on Sulawesi. Oh, interesting. I kind of half thought this was Russia, but let's check the plates. It's Europe. Salga por delante de las máquinas. It's like an Irish bollard. I'm going to get roped in that way. Are they temporary bollards? I've seen them in Australia, in Melbourne. Kind of like Irish bollards. It's DHL, that's no help. Don't really have a good vibe on this. Seems to be Spanish, surely. I don't really want to get sucked into Spain again. I'm sure it's not Chile this time. This is an interesting pole. Look at the indents here. It's probably that's what I thought, Portugal, but like it was Portuguese language, but didn't really see any yellow on that plate. Here we go, it is Spain, that's fine. Oh, man, the Spanish crossing has helped me out so many times. I did figure Spain, but then I got a bit weak at the knees when it came to committing. This architecture is really strange. Hopefully it's not an island or something like that. I'm not too familiar with any islands that Spain has. The bus company is kind of an interesting place. Constructions. Coruna? Lugo. I don't know. Spain. Just going to go up here, north of Lyon. Okay, that was kind of good. 251 kilometers away. We're nearby RTXO on. And here, Iceland, very nice. On a hairpin. Mountains everywhere. Should I try to region guess this? Probably not. Where's the water though? Is that water out there or clouds? Difficult to say. Maybe water north. Let's have a look. Could be. It's not Reykjavik, I'm pretty sure. I want a hairpin bend somewhere. I don't know. It's quite mountainous, which is probably all of Iceland, so that doesn't... Iceland? Doesn't really help. I'm going to go here. Near Fifelholt. Oh wow, it's really central. Wow, kind of northwest. Northeast, sorry. Still haven't figured out east and west. It's an important thing to figure out at some stage. Now, I wonder if that's commercial or that's just for personal use. It's very cool. Some weird blurs here. Just want to see the number plate here. Is this a concrete road? No. Is this the same? Wow, he's got some luggage. They've loaded up the motorbike with the luggage. Is it post? Maybe it's post. Difficult to say. Probably driving left here, is it? Check out the little baby. Very cool. Looks like an imminent accident about to happen here. Those are yellow back plates. Kind of confused. I want to see another car actually. Yellow backplates. It's Colombia. Yeah. There's a lot of really cool sidecars here. Is it? Is it just motorbikes with yellow backplates? Backing away from Colombia. I thought it was Indonesia or something, so... Or is it the Philippines? It's probably the Philippines. God. I don't know how it takes me so long sometimes. This is Guatemala. Let me just check this political poster again. President Ramon, surely this is the Philippines. There's the Philippine flag. Okay. Whereabouts though? It's kind of interesting. Maybe I'll go all the way southish. Here. No. was my initial thought, but at least I got the country right. 888 kilometres away, that's kind of lucky. Chicken matter again. I haven't worked out what chicken matter's about. Normally rural, I guess. It's kind of a black plate. Yellow centre lines. White outside lines. One thing I did learn the other day, after I screwed it up, was if you're in the Americas and it's all yellow lines, then it's Chile. Normally in a national park. How do they get the washing up there? It looks precarious. Like you've got to stand on the roof to hang the washing. But I guess it's a bit shady, so they've got to try and utilise what they can. Yellow centre lines. So I guess we're in the Americas. Torre Solo something. Duro? Not sure what that's about. I'm not sure of the country here. Here we go. Still not quite sure. Punte. I don't think it's there's very red soil here. I was going to say I don't think it's Brazil, but possibly it is. I guess this is just Punte, right? Mercado Abasto. So I guess the market's down there. Got some mining operation here, or building operation perhaps. Looks kind of annoying to build anything here. Even this cutting looks like it's a pain to get the road in here. Philippines tuk-tuk. Sorry, I was a bit distracted. I didn't notice the Philippines tuk-tuk call there. It was absolutely 100% right. It's very red here. Surely this is Brazil. Don't really see any language to confirm that though. Not sure what it says. What's with the chunky poles? Velocidad Maxima. I'm backing away from Brazil. What about a pole? If we can get a pole, just try and fast travel a little bit here. It's kind of... It's not the kind of place where you have a lot of electricity poles, I guess. Maybe this is Brazil. Maybe I just plonk it there. Somewhere nearby... God, can't even work out the continents at the moment. Nearby Rio. How about that? It was Bolivia. Oh my god, that stupid confident Bolivia guess before. It was a Bolivia guess, it wasn't Bolivia. Cuidado con el train. Be aware of the train. Is that backplate? I can't commit there. So again, Spanish. I don't think this is the US. Is it Mexico though? Those stairs look precarious, they're unsupported. It's a volcano, presumably. The road's kind of interesting. It's always an option too, it's like a weird option. Sticking a utility pole kind of in the road. I don't know what it indicates. Again, not too sure where I am. It says Guadalupe. I should probably trust that for Mexico. Looks like an old American car there. This probably checks out. Where is Guadalupe? Probably north, right? Because I do not know. thought it would be pretty obvious. Chihuahua, Ciudad Juarez, Sonora, Mexicali, Tijuana. La Paz, not the La Paz, Monterrey. Wow, I really thought Guadalupe would jump out at me. Here, and that's Guadalajara. Guadalajara. Sure it's not here. Cancun, Oaxaca. How is this? Guadalajara here. So it's not Guadalajara Central, I wouldn't think. Somewhere outskirts. I've got the prickly pear here. Kind of hills around about the place. Maybe up here. There's a zoo, Guadalajara Zoo. Maybe here. Ugh, not even close. It just had Guadalajara for some unknown reason. That was always a risk. So it's 526 away. Got my streak back to 1. At least I got Mexico. That's encouraging. It's kind of like a DIY roadworks here. Or riverworks, not too sure. Oh wow, I've got a really chunky holy pole. It's kind of like square holes, or rectangular with beveled edges. There's a better look at one. There's this cross piece at the top. I do not know what to make of this. No, Hungary has holy poles. This is probably Romania though. If they're painted at the bottom. Really short dashes here. Ooh, it's like a family cemetery by the looks. Black painted at the bottom here and black backs of the poles. Really ornate crosses which are nice. Don't really go in for that kind of thing, like taking up a lot of land just to keep your mortal remains, but no, that wasn't taking up a lot of space for a bunch of people by the looks. I guess this is Romania. It said mountains to the north. To the south, sorry. I'll go south of Brazov. Not great, but not terrible. 4,500 points. Hillcrest Road, half a mile. No, 1/5 of a mile. Could probably just use feet in that case. What's this about? It's a tiny little shed. So I guess this is the US. Got the speed limit sign here. I don't know of anywhere else that actually uses miles. I think North Korea does. Ultra fast fiber internet, seamless. So there's Washington Road, that's probably bait. Speed limit 30. This guy works for Bolin, I'd guess. I don't know what Bolin is. Quite a lot of land and a US flag. Obligatory. And lawns, very large lawns. Despite the Washington reference there, I kind of thought maybe They've got chimneys, so that's kind of interesting, and a star on here, which kind of makes me think of Texas. Though if it was Texas, normally it'd be like a US flag and a Texan flag nearby. A bunch of US flags. There's one thing about Vietnam, I'm pretty sure there won't be too many rounds in Vietnam without a Vietnamese flag. It's kind of obligatory, like coming up to Independence Day here. The apartment complex put like a note throughout. Oh no, they messaged us on Zalo saying that it's kind of encouraged if you put a Vietnamese flag on your balcony. Corn? I guess maybe Midwest, I'm not too sure. And if you don't have one, if you can't afford one, you can come to like the office and we'll give you one for free. And then to my surprise, most people just ignored it. It was Illinois, I think. Not many people actually put the flag up, but a surprising number of apartments have the Vietnamese flag up year round. So this is an interesting bollard. It's New Zealand by the looks. It's got the possum guard. That's very nice. In terms of where in New Zealand, I've always screwed this up. This pole, which I thought was a Stovey pole, but it's actually just a moulded pole. Not special. But I got baited so hard that I made a very poor Adelaide guess for New Zealand. Okay, so this kind of tropicaliness, I kind of think far, far north. Hopefully that's not too bad, I guess. Ooh, it was nearby Wellington, quite close. It's got a bunch of ferries around Wellington. I've been to Wellington Airport, I think, or the yellow signage, I kind of get confused. Short dashes. This is Sweden. That yellow signage, I wasn't sure about Sweden. Anyway, I've only been to the airport. I think it was Auckland Airport for a stopover, a layover. It's never really... I'll get there eventually, New Zealand. It's just so close that it seems like I don't have to rush to go there. And it's very adventure sportsy, which is not my thing. East-west in Sweden. Well, they call it adventure sports, but a lot of times you're just hooked up to a boat or an elastic band or something like that. How about there? A lot of pines, not too far north, I hope. It could be. I don't see any birches. Oh my god, it's all the way north. Brilliant. In Africa, I guess. Driving right. Got a Baptist church. Actually, there's a palm tree there. I think Toyota must do a lot of business in Africa. This kind of looks Botswana-y, but if they're driving right, then that wouldn't check out. I guess it's Ghana. Is that a holy pole? It is, I think. Just kind of worried about Senegal again. I'm not great at anything on GeoGuessr, but Africa, I'd say I'm particularly bad. I think it's got to be Ghana or Nigeria. Go Ghana. north. It's Nigeria. Oh God, how do I get those wrong? I have to sort that out sometime. So I'm sure this is Cyrillic and not Greek. Yep, seems good. The road quality, let's see. It's not terrible. It's had some patchwork done. Certainly an old Russian car. And some kids in some kind of traditional dress by the looks. So certainly Russia or Ukraine. Other than a few language guesses, I'm not cues. Here are the kids fighting again. Where is it? Here. Which I don't know if they have that in Ukraine, to be fair. Definitely in Russia. I guess most of the signage is similar. But I don't see anything unique to Russia, but I'm kind of leaning towards Russia here. It's like the Red Cross or something. Maybe a blood bank. This is a bit puzzling. Oh wow, that's a nice building. I think Russia, surely. Seemingly pretty old building. An old brick building. So whereabouts in Russia would I go? I don't think it's one of the larger cities. Maybe I'll just go central. Hope for the best. This seems fine. Oh my god, it was all the way west. We were in Ostrov. They've got a Magnet supermarket, fixed price variety store, Storika, a magazine store, I guess, nearby the river. Oh, that was 2,200 kilometres away. Shocking. Besser block building. What's in the window here? Not sure if this is a shop or a house. It's under construction maybe still. It's got avenues of trees. Well, an avenue, kind of trees. A holy pole. A white box. Some temporary... The road must be under construction here. Got birches, I think. And these temporary kind of hazard signs, which someone's taken out one. This is tricky. Got a bunch of pines. Very reddish bark on the pines here. Maybe I'll fast travel, see if I can get to the end of this road or somewhere. An intersection would be great. It's just like a brand new road. And a cyclist. I think they're cycling for... It's not like a professional cyclist. Here we go, it's Poland. I'm not sure about any of these places. I think they're place names, right? Powiat. Mazowiecki. I'm just going to plonk this middle Poland. Region guess in Poland is probably for the future. Ooh, that was 200 kilometers away. Could be worse. Not too bad. 15,000, that was a shocker. What did I... Russia. And that Sweden guess was not great either. Just some average guesses there. Russia again. Maybe Ukraine. What's with this tiny little dashes here? I'm not too sure. Got turned around. I don't actually know where we are. Driving on the right hand side. It's probably Europe, I guess. All white road lines. A solid centre, and then those really short dashes. Now some now some really long dashes and short spaces in between. I'm sure I've heard about this before. I don't recall what country it was. The roads are reddish. Now there's just like average dashes. They're all over the place here. This is probably Russia, actually. I think I've seen that in Russia, kind of up here. Certainly looks kind of soggy, which this area must be pretty soggy, I'd imagine. There's pretty big white buildings up here. Looks like a city by the looks. Why no bollards though? Russia normally they'd have bollards, surely. Unless this is like, oh no. Oops. I was going to say, could be, where's my GeoGuessr? Did I close the window? Oh my gosh. Brilliant. So, I'm not sure if I can get my game back. Let me check. GeoGuessr. No. I've lost it. Well, I was guessing Russia there, so maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. Who knows? Official, was it? I think it was unofficial. That's a shame. I'll never know if it was or wasn't Russia. Now this looks like it could be a concrete road. Let's try and get all my chat and whatnot back. Got a little excited and completely killed the feed. Killed the GeoGuessr. I think this is a concrete road. Waving to the car, very nice. Very sweet. It's like a small island vibe. That was definitely like a 4.9 something. I'm pretty sure because it had the long pole with the blue number on it. They've hung the washing here. It's like a very small island vibe. Just, I get that vibe. Interesting. So this is Sri Lanka, I think. Sri Lanka have yellow, yeah, I think that's right with the yellow backplates. Some cool lines. Saw some of these in Vietnam rounds earlier. So, whereabouts, it probably doesn't matter too much. Let's check out the grocery store. Mitchie, how's it going? Just trying to work out where to plonk. Ooh, okay. It's a serious ORS common grocery. They've got a wide range of ice creams, so don't know what that tells me. Nothing too much. The coverage just changed to much nicer coverage, so oops. What am I trying to find here? Sri Lanka. Playing solo at the moment. I've got to finish up soon, unfortunately. But some other time, I'm definitely up for. It's all the way south here. All the way south. Definitely up for party mode was good. I only had one person on the party yesterday. It's the first time I tried it, and that was fun. Certainly, maybe tomorrow, if there's some people around who want to party. It's not much of a party. It's just geoguessing, but I'm definitely up for that. Certainly a little more stressful. Like, normally I have a nice look around and then make bad guesses, but when you've got a minute and a half and you're kind of competing against someone, then looks like they upgraded the road here. Then it puts the pressure on, but I think I would guess better when there's a little pressure on. I guess this is India, coming off Sri Lanka there. Difficult to say. I think they're about to build a house or something. Without language, I'm not too sure what to do here. India is deceptively big. Sri Lanka men sometimes... How about this round, Ange? I need assistance. This is Cambodia. Maybe. I thought India, but maybe not. Maybe Cambodia. Just need some language. I can't really see anything. This is the People's Republic of Cambodia. Never seen an umbrella before. So weird. Whereabouts? Here. Okay, that was not too bad. 119. Driving on the right. I didn't even notice. What an idiot. Sometimes I look driving on the right here. And we're right near a bus shelter. Look at the... just check the plate here. So this is probably Kyrgyzstan. This is an interesting setup. You've got the two-sided seat. Some bent corrugated iron. It's all metal. I kind of like the, what do you call that, peach colour? Got a decent bin nearby. Probably got the place name listed as well. It looks kind of like a cattle yard. They've repurposed a cattle yard or something. I kind of like it. It's not the best. It does have a good amount of seating. You don't often see seating facing along the road. Normally it's the other way. And if they'd done that, you'd probably fit more people on the seat. But interesting. That's Delegation Las Compuertas. That's Spanish. Driving right. In terms of this, I actually really like this. It's not super functional, but very stylish. I'll give that 7.5. Great choice of colours. Mini market bebidas, so they've got drinks and ice cream by the looks. Empanadas. I'm going to screw this up country-wise. It's black at the base of the poles. Should really have a vibe on these mountains. Argentina. Hang on, check the plate. There's no dot on the plate, which is kind of interesting. Driving east-west. Calle Miguel Angel. I feel like I let myself in for trouble by making one of the rules of chat that if you bait me into guessing the wrong country, then boof. There's a picture of a dog. Yellow pole. Rafting? No, that's alright. It says Argentina here. It says Mendoza there, actually. No, you can absolutely try and bait me in. You should have tried to get me to go Chile there. Unfortunately, I've come across a little reading expedition. Is that like a hotel for dogs? I'm not too sure what's going on there. Those mountains are really dramatic. Here's Mendoza here. Here's actual Mendoza. Godoy Cruz. The mountains are really close. Maybe out this side. Kind of like here. Is this the glamping? Is this glamping for dogs? Not too sure. Somewhere there. Oh wow. That's kind of further away than I thought. Good call though. Michi with the almost exact plonk in Argentina. It's actually nearby Santiago there. Santiago is really, from Buenos Aires, very nice. I've been all through South America except for Suriname, French Guyana. I didn't get to Paraguay, Uruguay, or Argentina, which was a big miss, unfortunately. And Santiago's as far south as I've been in Chile. So this whole region yet to be discovered from my perspective. I've talked to some people from Argentina. I found the accent kind of hard to understand. My Spanish is shocking anyway, but also Colombia. I found the Colombian accent like really hard to interpret. It could be like a verbal GeoGuessr for the languages, like Spanish. Hablo un poco de español. I spent 2 weeks in Santiago learning Spanish, and I've forgotten most of it. There's horses. No, they're cows. It's got to be Brazil or something. My Spanish was a lot better. Now it's just abysmal. It was like 18 years ago, and I have not kept it up. But I'm kind of trying to interpret signs that I see in GeoGuessr. Now I'm in Vietnam, married to a Vietnamese woman. She's kind of insistent that I learn Vietnamese. It's like tonal, and like Spanish is quite easy, relatively speaking, for an English speaker. I forget how many words are shared, but it's like 30 or 40% or something like that. I'm in Vietnam at the moment because I got married a few years ago, so it's kind of split my time between Australia and Vietnam. But our baby was born here at the start of the year, so we're kind of sticking here for a while till she grows up a little bit and then migrate to Australia. That was not a great guess. I kind of clicked off that. But still waiting for citizenship for her. It's been a little while. Here's some cute little kids. I was never really a baby person before, but having a baby, you suddenly realise how cool and cute they are. What's this flag? It's also extremely stressful. This has got to be Laos, is it? I think. That's a problem. I don't know why they don't have a face mask. I think it's got to be Laos. Man, these little kids on their bikes. That would stress me out. I guess there's not a huge amount of traffic here, and most of it's motorbikes. I see that as being a problem in the future in Vietnam. Is like a lot more people are getting cars now, and the amount of cars and motorbikes mixing on the roads is becoming a bit of a problem. We know a few people have been hit by cars while on motorbikes, and then in the rainy season it's like doubly dangerous. It's just wet all the time. It's kind of a dry region. I should probably just plonk middle here. Wow, it was Vientiane. Not downtown Vientiane by the looks, I wouldn't think. 208 kilometres, just happy to get the right country there. 20,000. One more game, and then I've got to call it quits for the day. This is Japan. I don't know any Japan matter. It's the country I've visited more than any other than Australia, and maybe Vietnam now. I spent a lot of time in Vietnam. Just checking. Getting some messages on Zalo, which is probably the apartment they keep spamming messages about. Events. War 997, thanks for the follow. I don't think it's Baghdad. I think it's probably somewhere here. No, not even close. So much to learn in GeoGuessr. 680 kilometres away, so this is not going to be a record-breaking round. Driving right. Interesting. Oh, Russia. No. Wait. I forget these back-to-back bollards. It's like Kazakhstan or something. I don't know about this car either. Driving east-westish. Inda Chapav. Oh, that's interesting because it's not Cyrillic. There's Cyrillic there. I don't know. I need to see this car up here. See the license plate. I think it's Kazakhstan. I really don't know. I've forgotten this bollard. Where would it be? I don't see the mountains around, so it's probably north here. Okay, it was a lot further to the west. Man, Kazakhstan's massive as well. Painted bottom of the pole, yellow, white and blue. Driving right. It's kind of a long pole here. Square concrete pole. And all this stuff just leaves my head. It's like Cyrillic almost. All this information leaves my head almost as soon as I learn it. Is that like a representation of a flag? Maybe. This is Cyrillic. Red verge. Whippersnippers, mowers. I think in the UK they call them strimmers. Strimmer. It's a bit odd. Chainsaws. They've got chainsaws as well. Hang on. I think we've got a crossing up here. It is... Oh, that's the Russian flag. That's why. This kind of reminds me of this region down here. A good Russia guess would put me in a good mood. Somewhere down here. Krasnodar. Oh, I wouldn't count that as a good guess. That's like 1,100 kilometres away. Country streak of 8, so that's good. And then maybe Germany here. I'm going to take that back. It's Sinol. This is like Serbia or something. Not Serbia. Croatia. This bollard's kind of like German, but I think this is probably Croatia. I think. In terms of where, I'm not too sure. Kind of eastish, westish. Somewhere central here. Oh, so Latvia. That's so annoying. I was getting better at Latvia. I've lost my streak at 8. Last one. Guatemala? Yep, I reckon Guatemala. Nice. At least I know Guatemala. That painted back bottom of the poles is a good tip. Very consistent in Guatemala. So, very good. Anyway, that's me for the day. Totally 15,000. Shocking. But I should be back tomorrow. I'm off to do some clothes shopping now. I think my longest country streak was 17. I'm trying to extend it, but good to see you, Mitchie. Hope to see you again. I'll actually see if I can raid someone. That's the polite thing to do. Unfortunately, I can't stick around because the baby's waking up, and we've got to head out. But let's see who's about. Map Masters? No. Deutsch. Oh, Stratford Well. Just started, I think. He's been very kind with raiding in the past, so return the favour. Unfortunately, not too many people, but anyway, keep in touch. I'll be back again, and enjoy your day. Bye.